Hey, Matt Webley here with another video from my balcony in Dubai. I've made over $12 million selling software as a service, or SaaS. And let me tell you, in this video, I'm going to talk about how vibe coding makes SaaS easy, but that's the trap. So what am I talking about? Essentially, anybody can now start a software as a service app building process, right? You can build a software as a service. Why is software as a service so good? What's good about it? It's recurring income. It can be faceless. It can be passive. It can be remotely run from anywhere. So you can run it from anywhere in the world. And now with AI, you don't need a technical ability. You don't need to learn how to code. You don't need to hire coders. So what used to take $200,000-$300,000 and maybe 2-3 years to build with a small, relatively cheap offshore dev team, you can now do in maybe 1 or 2 months, probably quicker if I'm honest, using something like Claude Code plugged into Replit and essentially having the AI agents do all of the technical heavy lifting, because AI is now better at coding than the vast majority of human being coders. And I know, because I've been building SaaS in my spare time for about 8 years, and like I say, I've done over $12 million with very simple like apps, like little Chrome extensions or desktop SaaS apps. We've got a couple of mobile apps and things like that. So essentially, now what used to take loads of effort, back-breaking, frustrating, annoying stuff, doing it with human developers, you can now do with AI on your own, even if you're Gladys 5 doors down from Tony. We're not talking about Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. We're talking about Terry down the pub can now build SaaS. But it's a trap, right? It's a trap. And I'm not talking about it's a trap because vibe coding creates spaghetti code. All that is nonsense cope from devs that think that technical ability trumps actual business acumen. And that is the trap, right? Now it's so easy to build a SaaS app. It's still not really any easier to build a SaaS business. But the beauty of it is, right, this is not a doom and gloom video. This is actually a positive video. The beauty of it is it means now you can build a SaaS app yourself, which would have took years and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then you would have gone to market with an app, not knowing if it could sell, not knowing if you've got product market fit, not knowing if you'd done a good job until you tried to get customers, and then oftentimes most SaaS developers fall flat on the face. As you see, over the years, I've known lots of human devs that thought, you know what, this can't be that hard, and they've built a project and then they don't really get any customers. Maybe they get a few, but really they don't get any customers, and it's not worth their time. So oftentimes the only people that would try and build a SaaS business, if they weren't entrepreneurial types with a digital marketing skill set, would be coders. But oftentimes they just waste their time and effort, and then they get a little bit like, not disgruntled, but a little bit disappointed that they weren't able to get the results they were hoping for, because they're not business builders. Now, I came into the SaaS business having sold online for over 25 years. My first company in the UK was incorporated in 2002. Yeah, it's 2026 now, that's kind of the future. And I started in business before that online, really. But let's say just 2002 to 2026, that's still 24 years. And I started a couple of years before that, really. So I've been in online business for about 26 years. So I cut my teeth in affiliate marketing, SEO, copywriting, building websites, static websites, online communities. You name it. When it comes to like online stuff, I've pretty much done it. And it was only the last, say, 8 years-ish where I got into the software as a service business. And I typically spend about 2 hours per month. And that's just in meetings with a couple of key team members. And I don't do much else. And my software as a service businesses make tens of thousands of dollars each per month, which adds up to a nice passive income. So I've seen the power of the SaaS business model up close and personal, because it's very passive, like I say, remotely run, I'm in Dubai. It doesn't matter. None of my devs are in Dubai. None of my team are in Dubai. But I'm in Dubai and I own software as a service businesses that sell to customers around the world, mostly in the UK and the US, but also across Europe and across other countries. But I essentially have these remote run businesses that are virtual in the cloud that don't require me to do anything for them really. And because of the recurring income side of it, each month, a customer that was happy from last month becomes a customer again this month. And then if they're happy this month, they'll become a customer next month. But they don't have to enter the card details again. It's a subscription. So they just don't cancel, and they're your customer month after month, year after year. So you can have hundreds or thousands of customers paying you every month for access to an app you create once using AI. And then it's like just money for you because it costs a fraction. Nowadays with AI, it costs a fraction to build and run a software as a service app that you can sell to thousands or tens of thousands or more people every month with not much more effort. Whether you're serving one customer or 1,000 customers, it's not that much more effort, especially in the days of AI chatbots or virtual assistant outsourcing. But yeah, it's a trap, right? It's a trap to think just because, like, I'm a non-technical founder, I don't know how to code, I've hired people over the years, right? It's a trap to think that just because you can now vibe code apps, you're gonna walk yourself into a nice $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month income by just creating a SaaS. The reality is, you know the old adage, build it and they will come? It's not like that. Build it and nobody comes. That's the truth of it. See, what's happened is the barriers to entry have collapsed to almost nothing from a technical side of it. So you don't need Gladys, literally Gladys, that plays bingo on a weekend can now build a SaaS app. But she can't now build a SaaS business without a lot of understanding market psychology, customer psychology, product market fit, understanding what features and what USPs to build into the app, how to get visibility, how to make sales, how to set up the pricing tiers. She won't understand the business side of it, but she could very easily build an app. So just to cut a long story short for anybody watching this that just wants a pure, Matt, what do I do? What's the best strategy to approach if all I want is a cash flowing business? And what I've been talking about on this channel for what feels like forever now, 6 months plus, is this strategy, right? And that is to look for a micro niche of people already doing it. So they built it pre-AI. So there might be, I like spaces with maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 competitors and a main competitors. You're always going to get outliers. I'm not talking about that. But if there's like 2, 3, 4, 5, probably most competitors all serving a very specific micro niche in that space, then you can essentially clone the core feature set that all of the competitors share. So there will be a core feature set that everybody has, and you can't sell to that market without that core feature set. But you don't have to imagine or dream up what that core feature set is. You literally look at the competitors and you don't go, this is how they do it, I'm going to copy exactly how they do it. You go, what is the core problem that feature solves for that person, right? Okay, I understand that one. And where does the competitors share that exact same kind of feature, right? So if there's 3 competitors in the space, competitor A, B, and C, and they all scrape data from a real estate website of current prices. All of them do that, right? Well, yours is going to have to do that, right? You're going to have to scrape the data, or you're going to have to acquire the data from an API or something. But you're going to have to get that data because they all do it. So all your competitors are doing the same thing. You're going to have to do that same thing, right? So you build up a list of core features that all of the competitors share. And then what you do is you create 1 or 2 unique selling point features, USP features, to add on to that. Coming up with a unique selling point for your SaaS is really difficult. Chances are, if it's not been done before, you're not going to be the first person to do it and knock it out of the park. You could be, but if it's your first business and your goal is maximum cash flow ASAP, maybe passive recurring income, then chances are coming up with a unique idea and executing well on that idea and having nobody copy you and just take it away from you, that's going to be difficult. So what I suggest is you disrupt the old boys that have been in the space for a while, that have got probably lots of staff that are paying them lots of money, and the goal is to come in with a much lower cost base than they have, because you're a one-man band or one-woman band with AI doing all of the heavy lifting for you, all the technical side of it, and that's very much possible now. So maybe they've got 5 devs and a manager and 5 support guys, and they have to make 100 grand a month, or they go out of business, right? But you come along, just you can use AI or VAs for your customer support. You're going to be the CEO. You're going to be the sales and marketing person. And I don't mean selling, not hard selling. You just create a sales process on a website, and that becomes kind of your sales side of it. And you do that with AI anyway. Most of it's AI these days. It's unreal. But you're going to be the CEO. You're going to be the salesperson. You're going to be the marketing person. You're even going to be the technical person, the dev team, because you're going to use AI to do that stuff. So you're going to use AI for everything you can automate or make easy or whatever. And essentially, they need 100K a month to survive, and you need nothing, because you're just exchanging your time to build a digital asset that you can sell again and again and again, and then put the roots out there into the world to let people know you exist. And you're going to do that yourself. So you don't actually need to make anything. Your cost to run this business will be less than $100 a month, and they've got maybe $100,000 a month just to cover their costs, never mind make a profit. So all you need to do is come in and take a tiny bit of their business, or a tiny bit of the new business that's out there. You just become a choice for the market, so that instead of choosing those same 3 guys or those same 5 guys, you're number 6, and you just do something very similar, but you're going to have a USP. So you're going to have a feature that's unique to theirs, or 2 features that's unique to theirs, right? So then you sit in the market doing exactly what they do, but you also have 1 or 2 unique features that makes you stand apart, right? And then what I would suggest you do, and this is not long-term strategy, but what I would suggest you do is you come in the market half the price with double the length trial, and you probably, just without speaking to you, that probably puts you in a good position. So think about it logically. You've created some SaaS that does the same as what the competition does. You know there's money in the space because there's competition's been there years and they're selling SaaS. People talk about their SaaS, and you're just going to become the new competitor, but you have 0 almost cost base. It's just you and the AI agents instead of them and their big team. So you can develop faster, and the AI is going to be just so much streets ahead of what their devs are doing, unless they're using AI too. And you can clone their core feature set and come up with a unique selling point in 1 to 2 months. And that's actually if you're taking your time. You could do it much quicker. You could probably do it in a couple of weeks if you were giving it everything. A lot of the time it takes is not you slaving away. It's giving the AI agents a prompt and then waiting 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes for the AI agent to build it. Now that 15 minutes that passes is like a month or 2 months work in the real old world, pre-AI. But you wait 15 minutes and you've got a month's work done. It's crazy. So that's why it takes time, because actually you're waiting for the agents to actually build the software and do the coding. But it's super lightning quick. But there is a period of time whereby you're staring at Claude code whirring away or WYSIWYGing, and it says all kinds of weird stuff when it's doing it, but it's just funny. It's chirps in a way, just it talks nonsense, but there it is. 2 minutes later, it's done what you want it to do, and you can test it, and it works. And deploying it with Replit is just you click publish, and then it publishes it to a server. It takes care of all of it for you. It's like magic. But like I say at the beginning, it's a trap to think that just because now Gladys and Terry can build an app really easily, that doesn't mean they can build a business. So what I want you to get from this video is, look, getting into the game now is easy. As of the last 12 months, less than that really, but as of the last 12 months, you can now become a SaaS developer. And what you need to spend your time on is acquiring the skill set and knowledge and putting the real time and effort once you've built your app into building a business. Don't fall into the trap of thinking, I will build it and they will come. You could have the best idea on the planet and build it with precision and it's perfect and everyone would love it. You're still gonna get nobody come, right? You're still gonna have to put passive strategies in play and active strategies in play to create market visibility. So an analogy I've used in previous videos, imagine out here in the desert, you've built an amazing pizza joint, right? And that's your SaaS, right? It's capable of making pizza. In your case, it's capable of solving the problem that your customers want. And it's amazing, it's the best pizza ever. But if it's built in a hut on a sand dune, nowhere near any roads, nobody knows about you, and that's what your SaaS app is going to be when you first start, right? So what you've got to do is spend your time and effort on market visibility. You've got to let people know you exist, right? There's a bunch of ways to do it. Like I say, passive strategies, active strategies. You should pursue both for sure. The passive stuff's easy. AI does most of it. The active stuff, it's going to require a little bit more of you applying yourself, but you only have to start the snowball. So imagine you imagine when it snows, there's snow all on the ground. It's a little bit like you picking up a snowball, making it a snowball, and that's all you've got. But then if you wanted to make a snowman, you'd put the snowball in the snow and you'd keep rolling it until it becomes a big snowman body. But it starts off with a snowball. In fact, first of all, it starts off with it snowing, and then you've just got to make a snowball yourself, and then you've got to start rolling it. At first it's little, but if you keep rolling it, eventually it becomes big, like a snowman body. And eventually, if you were strong enough and you push it enough, it could become like a monstrous, massive circle of snow that could just consume cars and stuff if you rolled it down a hill. Do you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't consume them, but like, do you know what I mean? You could make a massive snowball if there was enough of you pushing hard enough. But it starts off, every snowman body or every massive snowball that bloody rolls down hills starts off with a little one, and that's the same with this, right? Nobody's gonna find your SaaS, however good it is, without you working on marketing and business building. So that's what you've got to focus on. Don't get into the trap of, I will build it and they will come. If you don't have a well thought out launch plan and strategy on the marketing side of things, then you're not going to get any business. It's still worth building an app, of course, but what you're going to find is once you've built your app is, oh, no customers. So don't fall into the trap of thinking, build it and they will come. You're going to have to focus on sales and marketing. The real success in business when it comes to SaaS is in sales and marketing. And when I say sales, like I say, it's just having a decent sales process, which AI does mostly for you anyway. You have to know what a good one looks like, and you have to put the pieces in place, but essentially the heavy lifting, the copywriting and all that stuff nowadays is done by AI. It's going to do it better than you can, faster than you can. It's just about putting the right things in place. And then 95% of your attention then needs to become on marketing, which is usually building an audience or borrowing an audience or buying an audience. That's it, right? That's all you got to do. Build, borrow, or buy an audience. Send them through to your sales letter. Let it give away free trials on your behalf. And all of a sudden, with your active and your passive marketing strategy is in play, you've got a business. But please, please, please don't fall into the trap of thinking just because you can build it, and it's fun to build it. It's actually the most fun thing ever. It's addictive. You will love building SaaS apps. So creative and so much fun. You will love it. And so easy and so fast and so cheap if you know what you're doing. You will love it. But you're not going to build a business by building a SaaS app. It's a separate thing. So, in summary, yes, you should start vibe coding. Yes, you should start your own SaaS app. But then you should transition and go, right, okay, now I've built my SaaS app and I'm happy with it. It's good, it works. that's where the journey starts. It's not where it finishes. So I got a black belt in Taekwondo. I'm not saying that to brag. It's like I've not been I can't even lift my bloody foot above my midsection now. So I could definitely not kick somebody in the head. So I'm not saying it to brag. I got my black belt in Taekwondo, and my instructor at the time said the journey starts when you get to black belt. It doesn't end. A lot of people, they'd get the black belt and they'd quit. And to be fair, that's what I did. I got my first time black belt, and I went for a bit after that, but like within maybe a year or something, I quit again. So I did it when I was a kid, did it when I was an adult, got my black belt. It's kind of what I wanted. But it's like, it's the same with this, right? The journey starts when you've built your app. I mean, it starts before that. You've got to figure out what you're going to build and what features you're going to build into it and how much you're going to charge and all that stuff. But essentially, the journey starts when you've built your app. It doesn't end when you've built your app. So do not fall into the trap of thinking that because building a SaaS app is easy these days, that building a SaaS business is going to be easy too. It's not, because you need to spend 95% of your effort post-build on marketing, visibility, letting people know you exist. But with the right strategies, of which I've got a bunch of them, that could be a relatively easy and quick process. It doesn't have to be painful, but you definitely need tenacity. You definitely need to not give up. That is where the journey starts, not where it ends. Hopefully this video inspired you to start your own SaaS business. If you need help doing that, I've got a link down below you can click to book a call, and we can chat about it, chat about your ideas, chat about whether you'd be a good fit for building a SaaS business, and all that jazz. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers, bye-bye. Good. Try again, Matt.